Okay, so the next two microphones that we're going to talk about here are quite the legendary of sorts, if you will. This one's the SM58, and this one is the SHURE SM57. Now, the SM57, I personally refer to it as the Swiss Army knife of microphones, simply because it works so well on so many different things. This one is typically used, it's most famous for usually used as like a guitar mic on a guitar cabinet, an electric guitar cabinet, or on a snare drum. Now, I will say this, I've tried every microphone that we have on snare drums, but I still cannot get away from an SM57. We have like, I like mics a lot. We collect them, and I actually, the 57, I just can't get away from it for the snare. There's just something that happens that it's just, I don't know. It's just, maybe it's just because we're used to hearing it that way. I don't know. It has a really nice, what it does at the mid-range is exceptional. The SM58 is probably the most used vocal microphone for stage. Also works wonderful in recording applications. It's rumored that Chris Cornell recorded the Super Unknown album with Terry Date with an SM58. One of the great things about the 58 is it has great off-axis rejection. And when someone says that, what they're referring to is this. So what it's doing is it's kind of fighting off, like you can't hear it over here as well as you can here. And one common mistake I see with people using these, particularly in like speaking engagements, is they'll hold them way down here, and it's really intended as a close miking source. So the reason that works really well, particularly for live, is that once you have a bunch of open microphones going on the stage, that the less of this you get, the less of that, and the less of that, the better off pretty much the louder you're going to be able to turn things up before feedback. These mics have amazing low handling noise, like you can't hear it very well. The SM57 works extremely well on vocals, so it isn't just an instrument mic as well. It could be used on vocals. Also rumored that Tom Petty cut a bunch of his vocals using an SM57. Like these will withstand an amazing SPL level, meaning that you can put it in front of like some of the loudest sources that you can withstand, and it won't collapse the diaphragm, or it won't. It'll still continue to sound good. Okay, so when it comes to durability on either of the Shure microphones, this is my favorite story. Many years ago, I was working out front, and I had a customer, you know, I was trying to explain to him that you literally could drive nails. It could double as a microphone and as a hammer. And he looked at me like I was crazy, and I was like, no, you really can. And at the time, we had a wooden testing counter, and I literally took a nail and used the SM50. It was an older one. It was kind of beat up, so which was even more. It adds to the story a little bit. I literally drove the nail all the way in the counter with the SM58, and then I rented it to him, and he was kind of freaked out. So it literally will drive. I mean, I wouldn't try that, but it really will. It's like, this is arguably the most durable microphone on the market, period.
The following clips were recorded plugged directly into our HD video camera using no EQ or compression.